loose ball, and it's going to go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! Our first time inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse this fall, it is girls volleyball, Big 3 action against the New Bedford Whalers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome back to Durfee High School. Hope you had a great weekend. We're excited to see the Lady Hilltoppers here in 2024 because Coach Bullier says she's got a lot of veteran leadership on this team, something that they haven't really had in a few seasons. You may recall throughout COVID, just before that and just after that, a whole roster of starting freshmen that came up and really had some success. Since then, been building the blocks up to get to another level. And here this year in fall 24, Coach Bullier excited at the potential she sees from her team.
We're starting out with 7 seniors and 6 juniors on varsity. So we've got players that have played for a while now that have been playing in the off season. They're starting out really strong. They're definitely excited to be back. I have some big hitters this year and some big blockers, so I'm happy for that. And we're kind of back on track, I think, where we should be. So we're looking forward to a Big 3. We're looking forward to tournament this year. Because we haven't been there in a couple of years, so we're ready to get back at it.
When asked about going back to the Big 3, Coach Bullier was one of the proponents from this Durfee coaching staff here at the high school. She says she's a Hilltopper at heart and thrilled that it's back to the Big 3. No more Southeast Conference with BR and Dartmouth as well in the mix. So Durfee coming off a tough loss against Brockton on Monday, need to bounce back tonight on their home court in league play. We have all the action right after the break. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Stephanie MacArthur, Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As another school year begins, we as the city just want to remind everyone of some of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are designed for your safety. Please make sure to use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic before crossing the street. Drivers, use caution when entering a school zone. State law mandates a strict 20-mile-per-hour speed limit in all school zones. Parking within a crosswalk is strictly prohibited. By showing respect and patience, we can ensure that everyone arrives at their destination safely and on time. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions and/or concerns, please feel free to contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
We welcome you back inside Durfee High School. Evan Massoud with you as we are just about ready for our first volleyball match on Fred TV here in the fall, which is great because we've basically now seen everybody that we typically broadcast. Very happy to be getting to see the Lady Hilltoppers. You see the whole team, the extended team, if you will. Kind of a new thing this year, getting everybody riled up, helping varsity get riled up. It was loud in here for JV, who, by the way, came out on top in 3 sets. So that's nice. Varsity looking to follow suit. Maybe do it in 3 sets themselves and not go to 5. That would always be nice. kind of a mixed bag here for the Hilltoppers as they've started the year. Started 0-2 and then won 2 in a row. And then Brockton on Monday, I mentioned that they lost that one, and very frustrating loss for head coach Kelly Bullier. At least that's what she was telling me, because it just seemed like nothing went right for the Hilltoppers. Not a lot of communication. Serve receive wasn't there. It's just a lot of things that were working through the first few games, even though at 2-2, still through a quarter of the season basically. Things that were working, and then kind of took a step back Monday. So she said that they really regrouped yesterday at practice, had a strong practice, and they're ready for New Bedford here this evening. That's going to be a tough play, and New Bedford will have the first points of this one. Durfee in their home black uniforms. The libero is Casey Carvalho, number 1. She's in red for Durfee. On the other side, the opposite. New Bedford wearing red jerseys. Their libero in black. That's Stephanie Rodriguez, number 22. She's the libero for the Whalers. New Bedford led by interim head coach at the moment, Neil Macedo. Nice to speak with coach pre-game. Whalers at 1-5. He says certainly some work to do here in the early goings of 2024. Ball control, those opportunities each time you get the ball across, to you like this. They get the free ball here. You want to control the play, try to cash in on some points on those free balls. In this case, they couldn't. Get another opportunity here. They're going to flip it over, and still in play. New Bedford will have the point, 2-0 Whalers. But he said, getting better each game. This is a young team, a lot of inexperience, not a ton of seniors. But at the same time, even if there are seniors, not necessarily a lot of varsity experience. So he says, we got to minimize the errors as well. Durfee right now needs to minimize their errors as they're down quickly 0-3 or 3-0. As Belle Almeida, the junior, back to serve again. Look at that one. No spin on that at all. And no spin coming off the receive as well. You don't normally see that. Bit of a low set that time from Durfee's setter, Riley Curran. That one a little better. That's going to be just out of bounds, and a tough start for the Whalers. That's close. Coach Bullier wanted it. It certainly looked like it was out of bounds from here. Of course, we're a little bit higher, a little further up towards the middle of the court. We saw some good volleyball from the boys in the spring, ending with a very tough loss at BC High. And really one of the best matches I think we've seen in a long time for boys volleyball. Coach Brendan Kelly would agree with that statement, I know. It was back and forth the entire match. Even though Durfee lost it in 3, that was one of those matches that we honestly could say could have gone either way. Durfee could have swept BC High just as easily as BC High ended up sweeping Durfee. The score went their way late in each set, but it was really impressive. So is this start for the Whalers. A 7-0 start and a timeout for the Hilltoppers. Not the kind of start that the Hilltoppers were looking for in this one tonight. Seven seniors for Coach Bullier and this Hilltoppers squad. Speaking of seniors, cross country, we saw some highlights a couple weeks ago from their first home meet of the season. It was against Diamond. Some nice highlights. We got the drone in the air, show you the course, try to follow the lead runners for both the men and the women. And so that was pretty cool because finally back on campus. Well, today was essentially their senior night. It's their last home meet of the year. So we wish them, the seniors on cross country, the best as they wrap up their cross country running careers. Great to have them back on campus though this year. Of course, very nice, very little time off the campus, just a small stretch that takes you up Wiedemo Street from the back part of the campus here, up Wiedemo to Ray Street, and then right back down the old West Main parking lot, the old Nagel Auditorium lot. So on campus nearly the entire time, and they did that by incorporating the track. A lap to start and then a lap to finish. Got that extra couple tenths of a mile that they needed, which is great because, before this school was here, they could utilize the old fields that got covered up before the new school was built. So utilizing what's here on campus and keeping everybody on it as much as possible. So that was cool to see. Gonna be a tough play here. Third touch. Does it get over the antenna? Yes, it does. Another great save, and that gets over as well. That was Lily Gonnet. And New Bedford will get the point. I'll tell you, hard-fought point right there on both sides, but New Bedford really using the entire side of their court. Well, one thing we're waiting for here for Durfee, at least in our coverage, is a win. Unfortunately, we haven't seen one yet. Boys soccer tied with Diamond, the 1-1. Football loss in our opening night coverage. Girls soccer lost last week, the game we covered, and field hockey lost to Somerset. So looking for a win here tonight. We did see Diamond's football team last week, a thriller. If you missed it, you need to go back and watch that one again. Not a high-scoring game, a game in which Diamond got better as the game went on and took advantage of mistakes, scored late in the game, and Seekonk ended up losing. They went for a field goal to win it as time expired, and it went wide of the post. A very exciting finish. It felt like a playoff game, quite honestly. Diamond's student section cheering the whole night. Third downs, the whole bit. Tough play here. Oh, not going to be able to make it. But yeah, really great atmosphere. The Diamond fans filled the Durfee stands. They always had a good turnout over at Diamond anyway. So great to see that too. And Seekonk had a lot of fans. You could hear them cheering from the other side. Obviously not, an opponent that's too far away. So yeah, it was good time Friday night. Good to see a win. Diamond's next home game is going to be at Atlantis Charter on Saturday the 28th at noon. And then their final two home games will be played at Durfee on the 11th and the 18th of October. And they'll get one more. They should get one more in the playoff rounds or the non-playoff round, depending on where they finish. They do host Thanksgiving this year, so New Bedford Vogue coming to Durfee, where Diamond will host Thanksgiving because the Hilltoppers are on the road this year. Hilltoppers, a little out of system there, at least it appeared to me, but able to get that point. It'll be 13-3. That's not going to get over. Good touch, sent over by Gunnett. Out of bounds. That's not coming back. Durfee will get the point. Yeah, just an observation here early going. Really neither side not getting on top of the ball. And I don't know if it's the set or if they're just swinging a little bit too early. They're not getting elevation when they go up to, to kill. And they're just kind of slapping at it. You're hearing the actual slap of the hand on the ball, and you're not getting that downward motion that you need to really put it away. That's a good serve right there. Low, just over the net. That was a better swing. A little more power behind it. Getting some elevation there, Sarah Raposa. That was Narissa Blevins on the serve. And that's a good hit right there. Emily DePina. That's kind of what I'm referring to here. So she got a little bit higher. She actually got some elevation, kind of springboarded, and got some height. You need that swinging arm to at least be over the net. Otherwise, you're just going to be sending it over in an arc. You need downward motion. You can't get that unless you elevate. It's going to be a free ball for New Bedford. Oh, is that in? No, just out of bounds. And it's Coach Bullier going over to explain, no, don't bend the wrist, don't break the wrist here. Follow through and get on top of the ball. Kind of to what I'm alluding to here. Good serve from Ava Kaplan. It's not coming back. Just saw on your screen there on the bench there, Janice Leo, she was a player here, basketball and volleyball. Tall player for the Whalers, had a great career, and actually going to be playing some professional volleyball in the winter time, which is really exciting. So happy for her. Nice to see her back here. She was coaching JV, and tremendously talented New Bedford Whaler. We're checking the rotation here, and everything all set. Oh no, so they were out of rotation. So Durfee gets a point because the book was wrong. There was either rotation or it was a number thing. Kaplan and Rodriguez switched numbers. So the libero wearing 22 tonight was originally 18 on the roster, and Kaplan the opposite. Durfee's going to get possession here. And the Hilltoppers will get a point because of the issue with the book. New Bedford loses a point as well. It's an official timeout here as our crew sorting through the rotation here. They're saying that Belle Almeida should be the next server now as part of this rotation. At least that's what I heard, that number 5 should be the next serve. Let's see. So we'll see if Almeida ends up serving next time for the Whalers once they get the ball back. But for now, the Hilltoppers will serve next as Carvalho gets ready. So 16-8 now. Bedford loses the point. It goes to Durfee, and they lose possession. Late reaction there from Blevins, and understandably so, because Matos was literally maybe 2 feet in front of her and decided not to play it at the very last second, thinking maybe it would go out, maybe not realizing that she had Blevins right behind her. Again, kind of bunched up. Weird that they're playing in that position like that. Normally you want to space it out. And, you know, the other side of things, the way that the Whalers are breaking, if I'm Durfee, I wouldn't go right down the middle now. Go left or right and get away from them. And that's exactly what Carvalho does this time, making Almeida have to play the ball. This is going to be a tough play. That does get over inside the antenna. Start and stop there. Good save for the Hilltoppers. That is out of bounds. And indeed, so Almeida, number 5 for the Whalers, next up to serve. That's going to be on a straight trajectory there. Very good, hard serve. Ivy Matos with the kill right there as Carvalho, no chance despite the dive. Almeida will serve again. That's going out. Oh, that was going out. Rodriguez should have let that go. Kind of a low set. Good power behind it on the swing. That was Adorno. Durfee with the point. Oh boy. Matos in a good spot there, flipped it back almost immediately, and Durfee was not ready for it. Garnett will serve. Nice block, but it's out of play. And the Whalers first to 20 here. They have a 9-point lead in this first. Whalers with just one win. It was their last match. That's in. Count it. It was a 3-2 5-set win against Bishop Stang. That was before losses to Case. We know how good Case is. Somerset Berkeley, always tough. New Bedford Volk, always tough. Dartmouth, no comment. And Bridgewater Raynham, we know Coach Lassie at Dartmouth. We see her twice a year. Always top-notch. So 21-12. Rodriguez back to serve. 23-12. New Bedford 2 points away from taking the first set. That's a good swing. Good point right there for Gibney. And Adorno will head back here to serve. Nice serve, a lot of power behind that one. Matos. Nice dig from Rodriguez. Set point. Oh, well, that didn't pan out well for the Hilltoppers on that serve or that set. 25-13, New Bedford taking the first one convincingly here at the field house. The Hilltoppers need to regroup as the teams switch sides. We're going to take a break, and we will see you for set number 2 here live on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Mike Labossiere with Upper Reservation Forester.
And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The Southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the Bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The Bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Set 2 about to commence here at the Fieldhouse. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV. Big 3 action from Durfee. Haven't been able to say that in a few years. Not since before COVID. Big 3 play. How about that? We're back to how it used to be. So Durfee, New Bedford means even that much more once again. Whalers took that first one, 25-13. Durfee needing to answer in a big way and in a quick way here in this second set. Need to figure it out. Started down early, and they will start early, down again. It was quite a run that New Bedford went on to open the game, open the match. And the Hilltoppers really never recovered from it. Coach Bullier having to call a timeout at 7-0. And it got worse than that, unfortunately. So third touch again. Can't get a good set to try to take a swing at it. That's a misfire. And it'll help the Hilltoppers, but too many free balls given to New Bedford. That's not coming back. So the Hilltoppers with their first lead of the match, a 2-1 advantage here in set number 2. That was a great serve from Avery Antunes, and she will serve once again. This one short, and New Bedford takes over. And that is long, so a bad serve for the Whalers will give the Hilltoppers the ball back. Set. Tipped over, not a lot of power behind it. Now Matos has to back up. Punched at, third touch coming, and Gibney has to dump it over. That's a great swing from Gibney. There you go. Buries it in the near corner. Nobody there. That was great. Good set. The ball got some decent height on the set, enough for Gibney to actually take time, charge, and get some elevation before taking the swing. That's what you want to do. Unfortunately, Durfee not able to keep it going there. Bad serve that time from Adorno. A lot of power behind it, just not enough elevation. Rodriguez from the standing start. And that's in. Gibney coming in, nope. Oh, and crossing underneath there, losing balance was DePina. It is 5-5. Rodriguez will continue to serve here for the Whalers. Whalers back in front. Batted back. How about that play? Great defense from Noraya Burgos. Again, though, another set that just not high enough, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sitting up here in the bleachers, but it's not giving Durfee a chance. It's coming down too quickly. Curran will get there, no doubt. Still early in the season. Just want to see a little more elevation like that, but obviously needs to be leading to the net, not towards the back line. Good dig, quick reaction from Gibney there to keep it going. They'll dump it over. New Bedford with the set and the swing, no good. Durfee, third touch. Big hit from Gibney, trying to keep it alive, cannot, and the Whalers on a bit of a run here. Open it up to a 10-6 advantage. That's gonna skip over. Oh, Burgos gave up on it. And just enough power from Adorno. And that net, that sagging net. We were talking about this, Coach Bollier and I, before the match. The net, this new net doesn't seem to have the tension. I mean, it's set and it's regulated, so the officials check everything out. I'm not saying anything's amiss here. Nothing like, a witch hunt for air pressure or anything like that. But my point is that this new net, it just doesn't have the tension that the old one did, even though it is to spec and it is checked before by the officials and they deem it ready and okay. So we're not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's certainly, it's got slack to it. There's a lot of movement there. Oh, that was going out, and New Bedford played it. That might have been going out. Durfee played it. Big hit there from Raposa, and she takes out Rodriguez in the process. Ten to 9, a 3-0 run for Durfee. Hilltoppers tie it up, 4 straight of their own. That's sent back to center and dropped over the net. Nice elevation from Raposa. Oh, almost. Good attempt there from Hilltoppers. They're going to lose it on a 4-0 run here, and New Bedford takes back over and takes the lead. 11-10. A little closer of a set here than we had the first go around, so good to see game 2 a little more competitive for both sides. Certainly things to still clean up, but at least from Durfee's standpoint, keeping close. That's a double touch, or a lift. Yeah, lift. Blevins back to serve. One of the seniors on this team for the Whalers. That's a better set. Punched at kind of by Raposa. And the third touch coming, gotta send it over. Oh, misplayed by Rodriguez. Needs to be bailed out. She'll get bailed out. Raposa will take it, getting it back to her setter. Takes a big swing. Didn't get a lot behind it. Kind of almost whiffed at it a little bit, but enough spin on it that the front line for the Whalers not able to do anything with it. So sometimes a little luck goes your way as well. 13-11, Hilltoppers serve. It is Carvalho. Out of bounds. Double touch that time. Nice dig. Give me again. Big hit, and that is in. Miscue there from Gunnett, who's been pretty solid. Durfee's going to get it back, a chance to tie again. Wow, big swing from Matos, but it bounces back right at her. Nice dig from Carvalho. Gibney will dump it over. Got ourselves a long rally going here. Hilltoppers cannot end it. Gibney might. Yes, she does. And Durfee with their first lead since it was 2-1. Back in front by a point. Nice reach from Rodriguez, but not enough. Out of desperation there, and a timeout by Coach Macedo and the Whalers. Durfee quick to hit the court. New Bedford, though, not too far behind. And the Hilltoppers will serve again. Up by 2. Looking to tie up the match. That's in. And that's another point for the Hilltoppers. Oh, that's not playable. Good effort there. So New Bedford will serve down by 2. That's going to go long. Hilltoppers getting it right back. That one to the court. Durfee gets it right back, and maybe a good thing too, because Rodriguez, who just served, has been pretty solid, the libero for the Whalers. She's had a good service night so far. And I'm sure the Hilltopper's glad she won't be able to string together a few. Curran with a good set. Gibney with a nice hit there. Now Matos on the other side. Right back to Curran and now back to Gibney. Almost the same setup here. Matos sends it over. Man, oh, in no man's land. Diving to try to save it was Antunes, unable to, and the Whalers. Matos will serve here with a chance to tie 20 apiece. Third touch. And the Hilltoppers get the point and preserve their lead. Gibney will serve. Their team up 2. Make it 3. Nothing they could do there. That comes right back, defended by Gibney. And that's good for the point. New Bedford's 20th, down by 2 as Almeida picks it up. A miscue again. I'll tell you, we've seen a lot of unforced errors in this match through 2 sets. And I know that's something that Coach Macedo said he wants to see get better. From his team, looking for a rag here. Looks like there's a damp spot in the court from when one of the players fell. Kind of like in basketball, same deal here. Let's see, or maybe they wanted to wipe off the ball. We'll see. Coach Policino for the Hilltoppers looking for something. Neither side has one. Well, when all else fails, you know, there you go. Use the sleeve. I still would have thought a towel, whether damp or not, would have been better than a sleeve, but that's okay. Improvise where you need to. Carvalho with a good serve. Adonis, big time hit. One of the strongest we've seen, and it's set point for Durfee. Still working on the floor here. Carvalho looking to tie up this set and serve it out. Tie up the match, I should say, with a set point. It'll have to wait. That one falls in. And the Whalers will get to serve. Pretty good crowd here tonight, too. One of the largest we'll probably see for volleyball this season. Not surprising since it is New Bedford. Another point for the Whalers. Gonnet will serve. No room for error. That was close to a lift, but it won't be called. The Hilltoppers have evened the score through 2 sets. It's 1-1. We're guaranteed a 4th set here tonight. Durfee taking this one a tighter set, 25-22. And the match tied up 1-1. Okay. 3rd set coming up here on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
The school administration building at 417 Rock Street was built over 100 years ago by craftsmen from around the globe.
And Mr. and Mrs. William Brayton, mill owners, raised their 9 children in this statement home.
Decades later, the property became too costly for a single family and was gifted to the Fall River School District. Architects reconfigured the 22 rooms to accommodate administrative staff.
By 2018, this historic structure was compromised, eliciting mold and water damage. Once dubbed the last big house on the hill, this extraordinary piece of architecture was in poor condition.
Care was shown to restore artistic elements, including the circular railing and banister, chair rails, crown molding, antique and oak flooring. And the building is now handicap accessible.
Roof work was the primary concern for the Brayton house. This new pitch surface directs water to a modernized drainage system.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills to incentivize history, travel, diversity, and recreation. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Hi, my name is Stephanie MacArthur, Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As another school year begins, we as the city just want to remind everyone of some of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are designed for your safety. Please make sure to use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic before crossing the street. Drivers, use caution when entering a school zone. State law mandates a strict 20-mile-per-hour speed limit in all school zones. Parking within a crosswalk is strictly prohibited. By showing respect and patience, we can ensure that everyone arrives at their destination safely and on time. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions and/or concerns, please feel free to contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
It's the start of set number 3 here, a tied match. Durfee, New Bedford squaring off for the first time here this season. You see there, 25-22 was the final from set number 2. We'll reset that back to 0. New Bedford took the first one, 25-13. Durfee taking that second one here moments ago, 25-22, and we are headed to the third, guaranteed a fourth. Who will win this rubber set, we'll call it? Put them in position to lead the match and hopefully finish things off in 4. We'll see what happens. But this third set, pivotal in a tied match. New Bedford will begin with the serve. It's a good, strong serve there from Belle Almeida. And I was just, wow, isn't that funny? Now the whistle came first. I was about to say towards the end of the match, we saw a few times the ball getting pretty high, that the scaffolding, the ceiling here, has not come into play yet. Now that necessarily, even though it hit the screen, can't say it came into play because the whistle came before it actually hit it. So we still haven't seen live play. Another error against Durfee puts them down 2-0 quickly. But we still have not seen a case where the ceiling, the scaffolding has caused or had to be played, have a ball get up there and still have to play it. That's in for an ace, misjudged by Durfee, and it's 3-0 New Bedford. But here, pretty tall ceiling, but still not as tall as some of the other field houses that we see, as big as this place is. So the ceiling sometimes does come into play, and the field of play, if you will, is infinite for volleyball going north. So going up. And we've seen it many times that it ends up becoming a problem. We've actually seen the ball get lodged up in the glass of the basketball nets too, the backboards. And sometimes that's because they're not up all the way. In this case, they're up as far as they can be. That's a great place for that ball to go, right along the side. Right down the line. (5-1) Whalers. New Bedford going to have to send it on their third touch. That's a good set from Curran. A good swing from Ferreira. And a nice save there by Adorno to get it back over to New Bedford. And Durfee's going to get a point out of this. Well, going to be a tough play. Diving, backhand. Matos got there, and the Whalers will get that one. What a save. That's in, right on the line. Great placement by Curran. Nice dig from Matos, but unfortunately, Gonnet not able to play it. It'll be another point for Durfee. Ferreira not able to get to that one on the point for Matos and the Whalers. Curran called on a lift. That one not as egregious or noticeable as what we saw called earlier in this match. I mean, it was still a lift, but borderline. Out of bounds, and it's 9-4. Out of bounds again. A little too strong on a couple of those swings. As we've hit the 6:30 mark here, this match an hour old in real time. We're just into the third set here. Shows you this been a long first two sets, interestingly enough, because, you know, game one was really one-sided. Not a lot of points for Durfee, but both the first two taking quite a while, so. It is 11-5. Blevins back to serve. Short serve, and it just trickles over the net. Big hit from Almeida. And that is the fourth hit for Durfee. It will not count. And a timeout for the Hilltoppers at 12-5 here in the third. Largest deficit for the Hilltoppers since that first set that they lost by 12. New Bedford hasn't seen Brockton yet. They're going to see them next Monday. In fact, the Whalers not playing until Monday after tonight. And this is their only match this week. So they played last Thursday in the win and did not play until tonight. So almost a full week, and then they'll have until next Monday. They won't play again. So an interesting schedule here, to say the least. That's a lot of downtime over a 2-week period. Fairly unusual. As we come back out of the timeout with Blevins serving again. This one gets over, and it is not returned. Gibney going down, but not able to loft it. 8-point lead for the Whalers, 13-5. Blevins continues. Curran slaps it over, and Durfee will get the point out of it. Double touch called against New Bedford. Nice dig from Ferreira. Almeida sends it over. Curran comes flying in for the set. Hit from the back line and sent over back to New Bedford. Now Almeida again. Carvalho back to New Bedford. Almeida for the third time. This one blocked. Oh boy, almost a collision from the Whalers. And into the net. Coach Bullier very frustrated. don't usually see her get that animated. She stomped her feet in the middle of that. So 14-6 and the Whalers with the point. It was Kaplan on the serve. And it's Durfee with the point. Curran serving. Almeida, it's blocked, tough play at the net, third touch, and Matos there to save the day. And that is going to be another foul against Curran. That's a double touch that time. Tough break. Great serve, not coming back. Another one with kind of a straight trajectory, low profile serve right over the top of the net. Very hard to get under those. That's in. Durfee with the point now. Coach Macedo doesn't like it. It looked good from, he was right in front of it, but it looked good up here. (18-6), and it'll be Antunes on the serve for Durfee. That's a great set and a good finish. Not a ton of power behind it, but it does the job for Matos and the Whalers. They pick up their 17th and back on the serve again. This time it's Garnett. Nice block in front. Great dig on the back line there from Carvalho. And it's back over. New Bedford with another chance. Matos sending it, and the point goes to New Bedford. They open up a 10-point lead late here in the third. Coach Bullier has called a timeout. 19-8, New Bedford over Durfee. It reminds me of another game between two rivals that ended 19-8 20 years ago. Game 3 of the ALCS. 2004 World Series team before the comeback in the 8th straight to win the World Series. Yes, I'm not a Yankees fan. 20 years ago. It's crazy, right? Actually, Netflix is coming out with documentary, I think maybe next week, soon, or October, which would make sense around the playoffs. A look back at that team, you know, about the Red Sox reversing the curse and the greatest comeback of all time at the time. You know, no team in baseball had ever come back from 03, and to do it in the way they did against the Yankees and the whole bit, just pretty amazing to think that that was 20 years ago already. And how far south the team has fallen since then. And we'll leave it at that because we'd be here all night because the baseball analyst in me would come out. Such a disappointment. Oh, straight up. That is just going to get over. Oh, boy. Curran, what an acrobatic play. Reaching for it, then almost did a cartwheel. What a wild rally we got going here. Into the net, and that's not going to help Durfee's cause. The 20th point for the Whalers as they are up by 12. One of their largest leads of this match. This one's gotten away from Durfee in a hurry. That's out of bounds. Not a good, out of system again. The set going up and no one there to take the swing. Just a free ball over to New Bedford and ends up going out of bounds. They don't even play it. Carvalho comes in to dive and dig it out. That will fall in. And Gibney trying to get the team fired up. Good strong serve right there. And Adorno misplayed that time by Gibney, 22-9. It's like some more rotational issues here. I'm not sure if it has to do with the jersey number changes or if it's just the if it was just out of system here. Second time that we've seen Kaplan 18 and Rodriguez, the libero, number 22, come in and have a problem with them having an issue for the with the switch and the rotation. Good block, and that's going to be trouble. Short serve, nice dig, but nobody at the net. Set point for the Whalers. Up by 15. My, oh my. Big block, and that is gonna be out. Whalers take the third, their largest margin of victory. 25-9, that's rough. And they are up 2-1 here in the best of 5, in position to try to take it here in a fourth set. We will step aside and have that fourth set for you right after this. Stay with us.
Fall River is in the forefront of honoring members of the armed forces. The Community Preservation Act funded upgrades to the Veterans Memorial Bicentennial Park. In May 2021, Fall River dedicated the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall, an 80% scale replica of the original. The aluminum panels are engraved with the names of more than 58,000 heroes killed or missing in action during the Vietnam War. The project, including landscaping, exceeds recreation and open space requirements set by the Community Preservation Act. 10 years ago, Fall River voters approved a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills to incentivize history, travel, and diversity. $310,000 was designated to build this powerful tribute, which has become a location for reflection and healing. The park is now fully handicap accessible and is open to all at no cost, dawn to dusk. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, live to the field house. Evan Massoud with you as we are ready for set number 4. The question is, will it be our last of the night, or will the Hilltoppers force a 5th set? JV started with a 1-0 lead. New Bedford forced the 3rd and final set for JV, with Durfee winning it. So following that pattern, you could say maybe Durfee will force the 5th. We'll see what happens. Again, 25-9 was the score after the 3rd set. We'll reset the board. And here we go. Switching sides again. So Durfee on your right now and New Bedford back on your left. Starter step there from Raposa gets it over. Carvalho playing it, and it'll go to the crowd. And the Whalers start off ahead. They have started off ahead in all 4 sets tonight. In the second, Durfee put up 2 straight to take a 2-1 lead, not allowing New Bedford to string together a slew of points. And they stop it here. Backing up on it there, tough play. And well played by Musat. Well, Durfee gets the point, tied 1. Out of bounds. A little long from Raposa that time. And New Bedford with the point. Third touch for the Whalers. They got to dump it over, and they do. Durfee not going to really be able to set it here either. Musat takes the swing. It trickles over the top of the net. And now Burgos sending it over for Durfee. That will go inside the antenna, or I should say outside the antenna, out of bounds. And no point for Durfee. Goes to the Whalers. Big hit and a point. And some of the Durfee athletes there on between the bleachers on the back of the other side of the court there, cheering on, making a lot of noise here. Some of the boys over there, which is nice. That's going to be into the net, unfortunately. A lot of power behind it, but not enough elevation. Oh, great block in front. How about that? Two of the tallest players on the Whalers team, Blevins and Burgos. And they completely blocked off that corner of the net. And another misfire into the net. Durfee not getting some good swings here in the fourth set. Matos back once again. Kept alive. Oh, that might have been going out of bounds on the sideline here as well, but it was played. And now Durfee with another chance here. And into the net it goes again. Out of bounds, and it's 8-2. Out of bounds. Well, that stops New Bedford's run there. 8-3. Durfee needs to string some together here before this gets too far out of reach. That's going to be a tough play, and sets Coach Bullier running. 9-3. Blevins will serve. I would expect if this one gets to maybe 11-3, we may see a timeout for the Hilltoppers. They need a point here, badly. Not going to get one, though. Big swing, no good. That is out. And it will give Durfee their fourth on the attempt there for the Whalers to try to grab that line. Not able to. A lot of power there. That's coming right back to Durfee. They'll send it back to New Bedford, and Matos cannot make a play on it. Kaplan serving for the Whalers, 12-5, New Bedford. That one skips over. Raposa, and that'll go into the net. Out of bounds. Durfee letting that one go. Nice read by the back line to get possession back. And a good serve. The ace. Carvalho looking to keep it going. Hilltoppers need a rally here. Down by 6 and down in the match. In a win or go home set number 4. Big hit right there from Adorno. That's going to go out of play. And it's 14-8. Not coming back. Good effort there from the Whalers. Diving for it was Almeida, but nothing doing. And Durfee will serve again. It's Curran. That's in. Whalers gave up on it. It's a 4-point game. Matos backing up on it, makes the play, able to send it over with some power, but Hilltoppers ready for it. Gonna go back to her again. Big time hit there. Gets it back for the Whalers. Gonnet, ready. Be 3 straight points for the Whalers, who open it back up to a 7-point advantage here in the 4th, and a timeout called by Coach Bullier. While we have a moment, Let's take a look at the road ahead for these two schools. Durfee will be on the road their next two. They play Friday at Braintree, 4 p.m. That's an early start to get all the way up to Braintree. Early dismissal for sure. And then on Monday at Dartmouth, DCTV will have that game, and I'll have the call of it. So you Fall River fans, you Durfee fans, those of you who watch us on Fred TV Sports, you're going to go over to DCTV, Dartmouth Community Media on Facebook, on YouTube. We'll share the link on our Facebook page, as will DCTV, and they'll tag us in it, I'm sure, as they usually do. So we'll have girls volleyball, Durfee's road game at Dartmouth, as we tend to do over on DCTV. So we'll get to see the Lady Hilltoppers in just a few days once again. Then they return home next Thursday against Apponequet. The Whalers, off until next Monday, they'll host Brockton. Then they rematch against Case on the road on the 27th. That's a Friday 6 p.m. game. We know how good the Cardinals are. The Cardinals already beat New Bedford 3-1. That was on opening night. From a broadcast perspective, we're not done this week on Fred TV. We're back at it tomorrow. Hopefully, the weather doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. We should be able to film from inside the press box tomorrow. Girls soccer. Lady Hilltoppers hosting the Lady Indians from Dartmouth. 6 p.m. game. And unless it's torrential, we will be out there. So check back with us. If for some reason we can't broadcast the game, the in-house camera on Durfee's Athletic YouTube channel will stream it, because that camera is weatherproof. Ours are not. But we should be fine. It doesn't look like it's going to be torrential weather in any way. Just some nuisance showers, our first measurable rainfall in a month. We've been very lucky. I mean, we need the rain now, but we've been very lucky. The weather's been outstanding. And then Friday, we will be back at Durfee as well. Football against Dartmouth. That's a point for the Hilltoppers. That's a 6:30 game. Again, weather permitting, I think we'll be fine. But we're watching the forecast closely. It seems to be changing like every 12 hours here as to when the rain's coming in and how heavy it'll be at certain times. So we will do our best to finish the week with some live coverage. Next week, we're going to see every sport here at Durfee, that all the big five that we cover in the spring. Girls volleyball Monday, that's the road game. That's in, by the way. The road game on Monday at Dartmouth. That'll be handled by DCTV, but I'll have the call. Girls soccer against New Bedford Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Wednesday, we're back at back at Dartmouth. Another DCTV game, Durfee playing Dartmouth for field hockey, so I'll have the call for that one on the road. Boys soccer against Stang next Thursday, and then next Friday, Durfee, another home game for football, their third in 4 weeks. Somerset Berkeley coming to Mac Aldridge Field. So, lots of sports coverage coming up. Literally something every night for the next week and a half of weekday athletics. So that's a heavy schedule. The Whalers 5 points away from getting their second win of the year, and it would be a big one. League play here against Durfee, now 4 points away. Oh, great dig. Kept alive. How about that by the Whalers? And they're going to get a point. Unbelievable. I mean, if you're Durfee, there's almost nothing you can do at that point. That's just insane. 22-13. And it's a 10-point lead. That's a big hit from Musat. Whalers have match point thanks to the infraction from the Hilltoppers. And it'll be Matos looking to serve it out. 24-13 the score. Game, set, match. Whalers won the first set, 25-13, and they take the final one. It ends in 4. 25-13, taking the match 3-1. The Whalers really dominating in this one, and that second set kind of an anomaly, I guess you could say at this point, because it really was not close throughout the night. Hilltoppers definitely still have some work to do here in the young season, but they have that experience. We talked about it in the Open. Heard from Coach Buller in the Open as well. They want a playoff berth. Going to be hard at 2-4 now. Going to be hard because you're getting close to the midway point already, if you can believe it. I mean, it is September 18th, so it's not going to be easy, but there's still plenty of time, plenty of second chances. They have not hit, the rematches yet in their schedule, but now more than a quarter of the way through after today, have to find that next level and fix the mistakes in a hurry, or time's going to run out on them. Remember, folks, we live stream right here on our Fred TV Sports Facebook page. Like and follow us if you have not done so. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel under the same name. There's no costs or fees for either page. Thanks for tuning in this evening. We will see you tomorrow, weather permitting, from outside at the press box of Matt Galdridge Field for some soccer. We're looking forward to it. Until then, Mike Fernandez on camera tonight. I'm Evan Massoud. Final score, one last time, Durfee losing to New Bedford, 3-1. So long.